Now, joining us for more details on the AU gathering in Ethiopia and the significance of Secretary Kerry's attendance is our East Africa correspondent, Gabe Joselow, who joins us via Skype from Addis Ababa. Thanks for joining us today, Gabe.
Thank you.
Just coming right out of the package, let's talk a little bit about Secretary Kerry. And I understand this is the first time a sitting Secretary of State is actually going to attend an African Union summit. And obviously, this means a very, very big deal for Africa. In terms of the issues that he's supposed to deliver, do you know what kind of platform he's going to be given at the AU discussions?
Well, we know that he'll mostly be involved Saturday, tomorrow, with the events celebrating the 50th anniversary of the organization that would later become the African Union. But we do know that John Kerry's visit is significant, and it does mark a significant moment in the United States' pledge to have a new partnership with Africa, as President Obama outlined in his visit in 2009. I think for the United States, the two big issues, the two main points of concern, one is security. They want cooperation to stamp out terrorist elements in countries where they taken hold. And the other one is economic. I think the United States sees Africa as a major potential trading partner going forward as African economies continue to surge.
Now, going back to actually the AU itself, obviously a landmark. It has reached 50 years as an existing body. Its theme, Pan-Africanism and the African Renaissance. What can you tell us about what this signifies in terms of what the AU is planning for the next years coming?
Yeah, well, the AU is trying to chart out, now that it's come 50 years, they're actually looking ahead to 2063. That's actually part of the agenda at this year's summit, is to chart out the next 50 years of how the African Union is going to become a more cohesive, a more united body. And part of that is reducing trade barriers, giving better, making it easier to travel between African countries. That's part of the Pan-Africanism. And the other element of this is, of course, the African Renaissance. As I was saying before, African economies are among the fastest growing in the world. But of course, as AUC chairwoman Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma outlined earlier this week, just because the economies are growing doesn't mean that growth is necessarily reaching everybody, every layer of society. Jobs are still not being created fast enough, so that's another concern.
Gabe, I want to jump in very quickly before you go. This decision that the AU Executive Council has likely made or is going to make on the ICC and its position on Kenya.
Yeah, this is something we're likely to learn more about on Saturday, but basically African foreign ministers are presenting a united motion to have the case against Kenya's president and deputy president brought back to Kenya, essentially stripping the ICC of the power to try them at The Hague. It's a fairly substantial move.
Well, thank you so much, Gabe Joselow, for joining us all the way from Addis Ababa. Back to you, Vince.